Here's David Hawkins. Drives, uses that body and lays it in.
A bigger, stronger opponent is what allows Mahmoud to still be successful.
Hawkins powers his way into the lane. Count. Mahmoud. Drive. Evans. No. And here comes.
It's a little bit more challenging to kind of get the motor running and get into a rhythm in an early game you're accustomed to playing a little bit later.
Nice move inside. Hawkins.
He took advantage of it by backing Gibson down into the lane, using that big body once again to get inside.
Ooh. And then his travel ball back to Trilogy. Hawkins euros his way to the hoop and one. Taking it right at Gibson.
Here's David Hawkins in the lane. Drop off to O'Brien. Blocked by Big Baby. Here's Hawk. Yes. We're all tied up.
Had a little bit, a couple steps outside the range, and he knocks it in.
Hawkins all the way down the lane.
It's exactly on the court where he needs to get to, how he needs to create just enough space to get a shot off and think about space.
How about the 4 by the Hawk?
Hawk was like, Chad, you can take the 2.
I'm going to be scoring over the first 2 weeks. Here's David Hawkins for 3. Count him.
Good read. Well, that's an easy bailout. You know what I mean? When you beat defensively, you bail out your opponent by reaching.
Good crossover by David Hawkins. Here's David Hawkins. The 3. Yes!
Oh, wow.
David Hawkins. Here's James White. To the Hawk. Drive.
There you go.
Count it in 1. David Hawkins. And he'll go to the line and try to win it.
Listen, man, the game is not rocket science.
But the fans itself has been dramatic.
Absolutely. Here's David Hawkins. Misses, but grabs his board and lays it back up and in.
Bob was the recipient of an easy layup.
Here's Hawk. Drives, lays it in.
Kenyon Martin going with a smaller lineup, 2 guards, but Carlos Arroyo in the backcourt to kind of see if he can stay in front of Frank Nitti in there.
Here's Hawk. Thought about the 4. He'll pull up for 3 again. Got it! Uh-oh! The Hawks!
And, one thing I wanted to point out, David Hawkins, he started the season a little slow.
Right.
But last year he was an MVP candidate, and
he's got 19. And gets Dante Green in the air.
Right now, the second shots, they're quicker to the basketball, getting layups. Speaking of layups, Hawk right there.
Enemies. Hawkins attacks down the baseline, drops it off at the last second, and O'Brien blocked. Hawkins on Jones. 5 to shoot. Step back. 2 for Hawkins and a top step back.
Also is very tuned in and dialed into, MMA fighting. Once we were last night, just defensive stops, get a couple offensive possessions, put yourself in a good position as a leader going into halftime. And speaking about offensive possessions, right now, Hawk just can't be stopped.
Hawk, 11 of Trilogy for Hawkins. Fresh shot clock, so now it's Arroyo. Cross it over Smith, creating for the Hawk. Hard to the rim. Hawk finally finishes it on Trilogy when they needed him on the court. Trouble.
Well, nothing but trouble, because he's relentless in his attacks. And what I mean by that, he puts so much pressure on the defense off the dribble that you have to guard him. And as soon as you step back, he'll make you pay by knocking down a jump shot from behind the three-point line, and then uses that big body to get inside the offensive rebound and layup. What we're seeing is a combination of layups and jump shots, keeping.
Arenas trying to spark the enemies. O'Brien got a piece of it, so that is an easy attacks on Arroyo.
Good help that time by David Hawkins on the double.
Hawkins takes it away, attacking, trying to close it out. Arroyo triple. Off the look from Hawkins.
Up in the corner, Hawk made the right play once again.
Rolls out for Smith. That's the way it's gone all day for the big scores for the enemies. Hawkins hits the long.
It's a pure pride game, this time of the season. Not a playoff team, but the post up Stevenson a little bit. Not that he's going to back down. I love Deshawn.
Hawkins drills his second three.
You know, you get double teamed, then you're playing 2 against 1.
David Hawkins is trying to carry.
You got to know when to box out and make contact and when to release that contact, retrieve the air ball, and then go up and score. It's
7th ball Hogs turnover. Hawkins got a real close to first half. They led by 12, but they're 4 of 16 from the floor since halftime. And Hawkins in Trilogy. Just ask Joe Johnson. Hawkins fakes, offloads for the win. Trilogy's got it. James White, goodbye Milwaukee. Trilogy a winner over the matchup problems that the Ghost Ballers have to be aware of.
Well, they definitely have to be aware of Hawkins
beating the Ball Hogs in Milwaukee.
Another game where Kenyon Martin is not happy with his team's first half production.
The short season. Hawkins off his back foot takes
their quickness.
Hawkins, wow, spinorama off glass and good. He kept the play alive multiple times.
Boy, and the Jet is on the runway on the bench. Jason, impressive run throughout his career here in Miami for Pat Riley.
Yes. Came down to 19.
Timely shots when he makes baskets, but then when he opens up opportunities for his teammates have to get involved in the offense as well. Spots and areas on the court. It's really easy.
There's David Hawkins as he reverses his way in. Just 4 points for the Hawk. Urge of victory. Here's the Hawk. He's got just 4. Drives, lays it in. Point game.